Well, hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of Prime News, and today SCS Software released huge news for American Truck Simulator. The 1.46 update is now in open beta and you can opt into the open beta within your Steam client under American Truck Simulator. I would highly recommend starting off without any mods in your profile and then slowly adding them in, seeing which ones ultimately work with 1.46 and which ones could be broken. I'll have the blog post linked down below. That's where I'm getting the information I'll be sharing with you guys and also the screenshots that I'm using in this video. 1.46 is bringing many new features, but one that we haven't heard about yet is the new company browser within the game. This feature is coming for both American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, and what it does is show the different companies and theoretical cargo types that you can haul to or from selected cities. Something I must say is huge for me as a content creator, because I spend a lot of time, especially on new sections of maps that I haven't been to before, trying to figure out what cargo types I can actually haul between those specific towns. It has been an incredibly tedious task in the past, but now that seems to be going away because I can now just go into the company browser and see what options there are within that town. 1.46 will also bring chemical trailers to both ATS and ATS 2. I recently just did a dedicated Prime News on that video, so I'll try to link it up in the card above, and I highly recommend you check out that video. Long story short, the chemical trailers are a great addition. Any new trailer is amazing for both ATS and ATS 2, and I'm just happy to have another option for hauling some hazardous materials. Next up, for any owner of Idaho, Montana, or both for that matter, 1.6 is including US Route 20, which is located between Idaho and Montana. Once again, I have done a dedicated Prime News on that, so if you want to learn a little bit more information about it, once again, check out the cards. I'm just realizing now that there's probably going to be a few videos in that card section, so just take a look anyways. More custom city intros are coming in 1.46, along with the redesign of Idaho's viewpoints. And last but certainly not least, we have Driveshaft Torque. For those who don't know what Driveshaft Torque is, it's essentially when the front end lifts up when you're accelerating in a truck. The goal of this feature is to simulate the initial torque load that goes through the chassis of the truck whenever a gear is selected and throttle is applied. This effect is generally speaking more visible on American trucks due to how long they are. European trucks definitely still have it, but not necessarily as extreme. It'll be interesting to see if it does come to ATS 2, and as you can tell from the screenshots that's been on screen for what feels like an eternity already, it's an option that you can turn on and off in the gameplay tab. Ultimately, it just depends on how realistic you want to make ATS, but personally I'm going to use it because I think it's just really cool. So to sum it all up, we have two new map changes that are happening: the US Road 20 edition between Idaho and Montana, and the redesign of Idaho viewpoints. On the vehicle side, we have the chemical trailers that I've talked about already. The Western Star 57X and the Freightliner Cascadia have had some infotainment changes, and speaking on infotainment and GPS screens, they've had a bit of a change across all trucks. Nothing too noticeable as far as I know, and also along with cell phones and other navigational devices. And on the gameplay side, we have the company browser, the custom city intros, and the Driveshaft Torque feature. It's hard to believe that we're already talking about 1.46 open beta and the fact that it is available for you to try out for yourself. You better believe that I'm going to be recording a video on the 1.46 open beta, and I'm going to be doing so honestly just after recording this Prime News. It's unfortunately been a little bit since I've done an ATS or ETS 2 showcase, but what better way to come back with the longer form content than an open beta first look? Honestly, I don't think it gets any better than that. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.